Now, we had plans to start with the Yankees re-signing Cody Bellinger. We thought that'd be a nice little thing. Maybe get some Yankee fans excited or whatever. It was a long wait. That was going to be big, but the other New York team decided to do something a bit bigger that the Yankees were also focused on, and it's going to be Freddy Peralta going to the New York Mets.
Freddy Peralta is a Met.
And they also traded for Luis Robert. So those are the three big topics of today. We'll sprinkle in some other stuff too. So let's get going right away. Let's get to it.
Let's
So
do it.
what I'll do first is put up the tweet from Sherman. Then we'll probably play some Freddie clips, and we'll go from there. So let's get this image in here of the tweet. And of course, I'm joined by. Oh no, I gotta switch my name.
Am I?
Okay, good thing we're only a minute in.
Are you
Sorry,
Jared?
everyone.
Are you Jared?
Unfortunately.
That's fine.
All right, now we're good. All right, business as usual here. We'll get the logo in the corner too. So let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna get this tweet up now, and we'll be good to go. And we'll have to see. It's just a crazy situation. Like we both knew the Mets were possible. Like we mentioned it a lot. I'm not that surprised, unfortunately. The price is really high. They have a better prospect package than the Yankees. Now, here's the one thing we got to watch for while we're doing this. Will something come out about what the Yankees offered? That's definitely something we got to be paying attention to see if anyone gets that info, if an offer was made, or if they just knew there was no shot. They were talking for a while with the Brewers, so we know that they tried a lot. Now it's just a question of if they did enough, but
If it's a question of if they wanted to keep prospects or if they
yeah,
legitimately
we're
couldn't
gonna have to
beat the
see if
Mets.
if we get what an asking price was, or if we'll just have to see.
Yeah, I'm sure Curry will come out with something.
Yep, we got someone in here. All right, I haven't really put it on blast yet either, so I think we'll still be good.
Okay.
I got our caption at the bottom, and then we're finally
Yeah.
set. All right, there it is. All right, now let's get the tweet, and we will be growing here.
All
So
right.
I this is going to be an exciting show. I thought it was going to be exciting before the trade. Like we both called it that was going to break as we were
Mm-hmm.
doing it once we saw the news. Like it really escalated quickly.
Yeah,
It
it
was a
really
matter
did.
of what, like 30 minutes, 20 minutes maybe. It really wasn't that long. Maybe like 30.
I mean, we were setting up for it, and then John Heyman posted something about how the Mets were in serious talks with the Brewers for Freddy Peralta. We both said, this is probably going to happen while we're recording so we can get our live reaction. And as we're about to start,
There
Freddy
it is.
Peralta becomes a Met.
Yeah. So the Mets complete the trade. Here it is. It's Jet Williams and Brandon Sproat, which was the rumored asking price. At first, the Mets balked at it. I think Tobias Myers was probably the piece that put it over the top, I guess, because they didn't like it just straight up. They still lose the trade by 11 points on BTV for whatever that's worth. I doubt they give a shit. I doubt any Met fan gives a shit. They probably shouldn't. But the Brewers did well in this deal. I did cover Jet Williams a little bit. I literally texted you or someone else. He screams Brewers today. I thought it definitely makes a lot of sense for them. It's almost like Caleb Durbin a little bit if you think about
Mm-hmm.
it, like an enhanced version of Caleb
Yeah.
Durbin maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Caleb Durbin was coming off of Arizona Fall League breakout player of the year. I mean, he was really legitimate. He was a legitimate prospect when he got
No, I
traded for Devin
loved
Williams.
Caleb Durbin. I
I
was
loved
a
him.
little I didn't love that he had to go, but I understand why, and we didn't know like how it was going to turn out. You
Hmm.
can't knock the trade; you do it 10 times out of 10. But
Yeah,
the Yankees definitely lost the trade. And there's no question about it,
yeah,
obviously.
I
and
mean, Caleb
that's unfortunate. But
Durbin placed third in Rookie of the Year voting last year.
and the thing that makes that thing worse is that we're not going to really go down that rabbit hole that much. Is the fact that now you're paying McMahon $16 million and you're going to have Durbin for a league minimum and probably better than McMahon.
Yeah.
So that hurts.
Mhm.
But what are you gonna do? They tried to get the best closer and pitch like that with them, and it
And
didn't
now
really
he's a
work.
Met.
But
Now he's a Met
um,
along with Freddy
more
Peralta.
importantly, let's get to Peralta and the Mets and this impact and Bellinger and the Yankees and this Luis Robert. It's all like a big triangle here. So and Myers is probably gonna. Do you think Myers is in the rotation too, or is he more of a swing man?
It's probably they need help in the bullpen. I would assume.
He might be like a bulk guy. That might make some sense. Like
Yeah.
maybe some spot starts here and there. But
Mhm.
we got some info on Freddie and stuff. So he has 1 year left in the deal. There's the Davis Stearns connection. So Stearns gets two of his former players. He gets Williams and he gets Peralta. And I kind of had a feeling it was gonna be Mets all along because of the Stearns connection
Mhm.
and the fact that what's it called? And the fact that like
He's such a dominant pitcher, and
yeah.
that's exactly what the Mets need. The Mets need someone who could go out and go pitch 7 innings, but they didn't have that last year. They had nobody who could stretch out any games. They had Clay Holmes going like 5 innings. They had
They were struggling.
yeah, and they really needed they needed their guy, and they got their guy. They got him for 1 year. I mean,
100%, and it's $8 million only. It's a steal, and
hmm
they're probably going to sign him long term because they need to get someone in there long term. It's established, so like it's going to be perfect for them. I think
yeah.
they'll end up giving him a big deal too.
hmm
And how do you think he's going to perform? You think there'll be an adjustment to New York, being from Milwaukee the whole time? Like, do you think like he'll be solid for them, enhanced or the same? Like, how do you feel about the performance levels of what could
I,
happen?
I think he's going to be a stud, just like last year. I mean, he made batters look silly. Yeah, he had one of the best fastballs in baseball, and he's going to keep with his stuff. He has nasty stuff. His slider is impeccable, and what I really like about him is that his composure is really good as well. He stays settled on the mound, and he doesn't get too amped, and doesn't get he's not faced with nerves.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think in the beginning you might need an adjustment because he hasn't really dealt with a big market before, and a lot of times when the Yankees and Mets get players, it takes a lot of time for them to acclimate. So maybe a rough first, and I think he sometimes doesn't start the year well if I'm correct, and he kind of gets better as the year goes on. So I would not be shocked if he ends up maybe struggling a little bit early on, but
Yeah, I
I wouldn't
mean
be too
that's
worried
for a
about
lot of
it.
players as well. I mean,
What'd you
people
say?
gonna that's for a lot of players in
Yeah.
general. I mean, we saw last year like Jazz and another Cody Bellinger started the year. Both of them started the year as one of the worst hitters in baseball. I'm pretty sure they both had under 200 batting averages entering May.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. I really do. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. The Mets are kind of done this offseason, I think. I don't really think there's too much left unless maybe shuffling off a few bench pieces and like trying
Yeah.
to see what else they could do with the bullpen or something because like their fits clunky like we said like it's thing with like Acuna and everything that we've gone over before. But let's hit that Freddy Peralta clip now and see what Met fans should be pretty excited about.
Yeah, let's see Peralta.
Rubber for the Brewers. One of the hardest guys to square up in all of baseball. Batting average since 2021, just 199 against fastball Freddy Peralta.
Peralta and these Brewers fans looking for the punch out. On 2-2. Called strike three outside corner at 98. He fans Carson Kelly.
See the changeup here on the right-hander. Fastball in, coupled with the changeup down. Good pitching here by Peralta.
Couple of Ks here in the second from Freddy Peralta. And he strikes out.
Always has that four-seamer that rides. And threw this right by Horner, who's a guy very rarely strikes out. Makes
Rubber for the Brewers.
one of the hardest guys to.
Yeah, I mean he's had some good moments in October too.
Mm-hmm.
So the lights probably won't be too big for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's obviously a great move for the Mets. Like they'll miss Jet for sure, but he didn't really have the same place that Carson Bench had with them,
Mm-hmm.
and Bench was clearly more highly regarded.
Yeah.
So I get it. It makes sense. And for the Brewers, I'm guessing he'll float around their infield and their outfield because Jet can do both, obviously, and they love guys like that.
Yeah,
So
now Brandon Sproat is in that amazing pitching development of the Milwaukee Brewers.
yes, I think I'm not like the biggest pro guy because like I talked to Jonathan Mayo and he thinks he could be a reliever potentially, and like I thought he was better than I thought he would be, but I'm not sure how it's gonna look when he fully gets seen more and when if he makes like 30 plus starts. Like I don't think he's bad, but I just don't know if he's elite. He seems more of like a mid to back end guy to me than like an ace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we always see these Brewers develop their pitchers so well. That's why they could keep on. I mean, they did the same thing with Corbin Burns. They traded Corbin Burns to the Orioles once his contract was expiring, and now they're trading Freddy Peralta. And then maybe we have Jacob. What's his name?
Trying to wait. Who are we talking about here?
Jacob, the Brewers pitcher.
Oh, you're talking about Mizorowski. Duh.
Mizorowski,
There
yeah.
we
Now
go.
they have Jacob Mizorowski, who's the rising star out of their
Yes.
starters. So
Yeah, he's a beast. They still have some
yeah,
options. That's why they were able to do this. And like we said, it's what they do. 1 year left. The only person they didn't do it with was Willie Adames
yeah,
recently,
they let him
which was a
walk.
little bit surprising. But
Yeah.
let's hit off this trade thing now, and then we'll go forward with stuff. Now let's talk about the impact this has on the Yankees. So like Bellinger resigns today, and we're obviously gonna hit Bellinger here. But more importantly speaking, like the Yankees now, like what do they do? Because like this off season is not really satisfactory to either of us or most
Hmm.
people. It shouldn't be. I don't see. There's no reason why people should be really hype about this off season. Like re-signing Cody Bellinger is not gonna be hype, or like it shouldn't get anyone that hype because it's like it symbolizes the run back. And the problem with that is like all they did was add Weathers and bring back some pitchers, and they actually got worse in the bullpen. You could argue. So
Definitely.
they
And
did get better in the rotation though,
hmm
just because Cole
um
will be back and everything.
yeah, I mean you nailed it. What's next for this Yankee front office? The guy that we were just talking about, and we thought he was going to be a Yankee is now a New York Met. And what's next? Are they going to go after an overpay for a Mackenzie Gore? Are they
Did
going
you
to
see that
over
report, by the way? I'm going to try to fish it up. That the Yankees
which?
inquired about McGore at the winter meetings, apparently, and the price was way too high, so they balked off it. Or the Yankees had
Yeah,
a deal they liked, but Washington wanted way more. I think that's what it was. Did you see that tweet?
I didn't.
I'll try to dig it up if I can. Um, but I did definitely see it out there, and I'm not really that surprised because if you remember, a lot of buzz generated at that point of the Yankees' interest in Mackenzie Gore at the
Mhm.
winter meetings. I think it was like the second or third
Yeah,
time that had come up. It's been
I
coming up
remember.
constantly all off season too. I've seen it like 5 or 10 different people write it already
Really? Yeah, I didn't
about
see that,
Mackenzie
but
Gore like over various not the new thing I told you, but like that the Yankees have interest. I've seen it at least in
hmm
5 or 6 different
oh yeah,
articles easily.
yeah. I remember the Yankees starting to get interest in the beginning of the winter meetings, and they've never really let it go. But for a guy like Mackenzie Gore, who's still pretty young and still has a lot of control, and he still has a lot of upside, he's going to be very expensive on a
Yeah,
Nationals team
I
that's not
agree
really
with you,
big.
man. I really do. Um, so let's see how this looks. If anyone's in the chat or anyone has questions on Twitter, I'll try to find that tweet really quick, and we can go over some notes and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how this is gonna go. But for the Yankees, I mean, Mackenzie Gore or bust. I don't love that. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah. Or are we gonna go out and spend money in the pitching market and go get Valdez, which I don't think they'll do in a million years, because that's three long-term lefty pitching contracts that we have on the books.
But it actually might not be long term because he's having some problems right now. What if you can get him on an opt out deal? And he tests the
I
market
would do
again
that.
in like a year or two or like 3 years. I
Yeah.
think it's possible. I
Short-term
don't know if
maybe.
I'm not saying the Yankees will do it, but I think it's possible he might have to settle for a deal like that.
Yeah, I mean, his market is kind of
Not
in a weird
great.
spot right now, and nobody really has reported a lot about him. So far this offseason, he's
Okay.
what's his projection, Chat? Let's see.
It's a good question, honestly.
Remember.
I think it was way higher. I don't know what it's going to be now, but while you do that, like touch up some Peralta, 17 wins, 176 innings, 270 ERA, 204 strikeouts. All that stuff was top 10 except the innings. He walks a few people. That's the one issue with him, with the 3.36, which you brought up, 3.6 F4 solid, 10.39 Ks you really like, and his fastball's upper 90s. He can get up to 99, and like. He's got a sinker he tried a little bit, but doesn't really use it too much. His slide piece is very important for him, and his curveball and change rank top 10 in the league. So he's legit. He has 4 pitches, and this year he's projected for like a higher ERA of a 3.9 and 2.9. But when we had this conversation, I've said this before, I don't understand how they project the free agents because they don't know where they're going to play. So how does that work?
I honestly don't know, and a lot of the pitching projections are pretty bad. In my
I know that they feel conservative a lot of times.
Yeah. Like
so,
I don't think I'm pretty sure his projected ERA is like 3.91. Yeah, it's 3.91 his projected ERA. I mean, all of his other projections are like pretty good. 170 innings pitched, 200 Ks. That's good.
Yeah, no, I think if I had to do a fun projection, I'll say his ERA goes up a little bit, like into the low 3s, but he'll still strike out like 200 plus. He'll give like 170-ish innings like he normally does, maybe like 180. And he's going to be the Mets ace now, I guess, right? I mean, obviously. So you think it'll go, let's see, Peralta, McLean. Then you're going to go with
Holmes.
Holmes could be in there. Manaya's kind of questionable. Peterson's probably in there too.
Yeah.
I don't know. They got to figure out some stuff. Well, they might have to. They'll probably trade someone now, you would think.
Yeah, I mean, does this make Kodai Senga available? Because
I think it's the worst kept secret that the Mets really want to trade Kodai Senga, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I remember him being available in the beginning of the offseason.
Because, like, I saw some stuff in Detroit. They were talking to him a lot, like, before he got sent down. And, like, I kind of felt like something might be coming because he wasn't pitching well. But he accepted the assignment. He didn't have to. So I'm not going to say, like, there's bad blood between the parties. But, like, it just isn't working out for the Mets right now with him.
Yeah.
But he started so well. And then that play with Pete Alonso ruined it. And he's just been injury prone. So, like, I think he might still be salvageable. But his health is, like, a huge question.
Yeah, his health is a huge question. He didn't really have. He didn't look great at all after his injury. I mean,
no.
When he came back horribly. Then he got sent down. I didn't really see anything about how he did when he got sent down.
Yeah, it's really like they did bring him back up, but I think towards the end. But he obviously just didn't really.
He didn't look like himself, honestly.
No, he did not at all.
So he pitched 3 games in AAA, and he had a 5.4 ERA.
That's right. It wasn't even like a good assignment, but they still brought him back. I mean, if he would have been on the Yankees, that rotation would have been ridiculous with depth, like Garrett, Max, Freddy, Carlos, and Cam when they're all healthy.
Yeah, when they're all healthy, that looks like
absolutely crazy.
A top 3 rotation in baseball.
Yeah, I just think Peralta's a gamer too. Like you could count him for like 6 innings almost every start. He's like a good, not just quality start because he'll do way better than that, obviously, and he can go deep into the ball games at times, like you said, obviously. I think it's a good mix for them, and Citi Field's not a bad pitching park. Not like I don't think it might be a little bit better than Milwaukee potentially, but
yeah.
So let's try to see how this is going. Let's transition to Bellinger because I
Yeah.
know we didn't expect to have to like go this long without getting the belly first. But
But
yeah, go ahead.
all right, Cody Bellinger signs 5 years, $162 million. 62.5, 162.5. Opt-outs are after year 2 and 3. It's a $20 million signing bonus with a full no trade clause. So the Yankees are paying all 5 years, all $162.5 million if Cody Bellinger opts into those contracts. Uh, First thoughts, what do you think about this contract? And yeah, what do you think of this contract?
I don't love it. I really don't. I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned that a lot. When I saw the reported numbers, I wasn't in love with the deal. Well, what it could be. Like I said, I never thought he was leaving. Like I've been consistent the whole offseason. I
Yeah.
never really thought he was going to leave the Yankees. I know some people didn't feel the same way, but I kept true with the whole time just because like it just didn't feel like anyone was going to go higher than the Yankees. And
Mm-hmm.
people kept saying the Mets could go the low years, the high AAV. He doesn't want that. That's what this is all
Yeah.
about. Like that's why he's fighting for the years. Like he doesn't want to take the small years
Mm-hmm.
again. He has the opt out so he can like make a better situation now. But now he has the 5 years and the full security, even if he doesn't play well, which is why I don't like it for the Yankees because if he doesn't play
Mm-hmm.
well, they're stuck with really bad money for
Yeah.
a few years, and we've seen that bite them how many times within this past stretch that they haven't won this championship in,
Um,
like at least double digits probably
I
at
I
this
could
point.
name like probably a couple guys on the team currently that
Oh,
are
don't worry, we're gonna have our day, we're gonna have our time, and we're gonna really bring it all to light. But that
yeah.
day is not today, unfortunately. um, so I mean, look, the Yankees off season right now is probably like a C to me if we're being nice. It's not good.
Yeah,
It's
I
C at
mean,
best, maybe a C plus.
you retain Cody Bellinger, but what else?
That doesn't do
You
much because it's the same. Like it's not
we're
like a
we're
positive
running it
arrow
back with
mover up. It actually might be a regression based on all the stuff we've talked about. I mean, the projections on which I'm not going to be a slave to have him way lower than he was last year, and like obviously the hard hits and everything, and like it was concerning. But the one thing I did say today, I think you agree with that. Yankee Stadium's perfect for him because he can get away with not hitting the ball that hard because all it
hmm
takes is a stupid fly ball on the short porch,
Yep.
and he pulls the ball all the time. So it
Yeah,
is the best match for him. I get it.
I think if he signed elsewhere, I don't think he would have produced at, at any point of how he did last year.
No, I mean just look at the splits, the OPS and the home and the road.
hmm
Like it's a 200 difference basically.
hmm
So like 29 bombs, an 814 OPS, 272 average. That's all good. 334 on base. I'd like that to be better. 480 slug is very good. 160 hits is pretty solid for him. 125 WRC plus, cool. Outfield like 12 runs saved and a 6 OAA. And he could obviously play some first pretty well too. Better in the outfield now. With Grisham back, he'll definitely be in left most times. But if something happens to Grisham, they can squeeze him
hmm
into center, first or right. And we did see him give Judge a few days when he was dealing with his stuff. So I mean, he's a four-position player. In essence, he's a five-tool player, but he's not like. It's just weird to say. I'm not going to say he's not a good five-tool player, but he's not like the top
Yeah,
tier five-tool
yeah.
player. If you get what
He,
I mean, like
he
you
has
understand
all
what I
five
mean.
tools.
But like,
He's
it's not.
he's one of the most
He's not J
impressive
Ram. Let's just put it
players.
that way. He's not J Ram. That's the
Yeah,
best way to put it. That's the
he's
truest five-tool player right now, probably.
definitely
Or
100%.
Bobby Witt's up there too,
Yeah,
obviously. Like both of
they're
those two are
always.
probably and J Rod's in that discussion. Like obviously Acuna and like Tatis, those are probably like the best five tooly guys right now.
Yeah,
Corbin Carroll's in that discussion.
definitely.
Perdomo even after what he did last year, if he could sustain it.
Obviously.
So I mean, it's
But
definitely
he's one of
interesting
the more
there.
impressive people in the league because he plays elite defense. He doesn't strike out a lot. He walks a bit. He's an elite bat to ball hitter.
Yes.
He chokes up on the bat with two
And he
strikes, which
changed
I
that too
love.
because he used to whiff a lot. So there was
I
credit. He did
love.
make the adjustments, but the only problem with it is that he did sacrifice some hard hits with that because
hmm
like he doesn't hit the ball as hard as he used to when he was like dominant with the Dodgers and stuff.
Yeah,
But he had to make a lot of swing tweaks because he got exposed. They
yeah,
figured out his weaknesses and they pounded him and he couldn't do anything. So he had to reinvent himself. And to his credit, he did a really good job of it.
I mean, it was just like PCA this year. We saw PCA absolutely run the league in the first half of the year.
That's a 5-tool guy too, as well. Speaking of potential 5-tool guy right there.
I gotta see how he rebounds next year.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not fully solidified because he kind of lost the hit tool a little bit, unfortunately.
He lost every bit of hit tool.
Yeah, but the fielding's elite, the speed's elite, and the power is elite when he's on.
Yeah.
But the contact part was lost, unfortunately, for a while.
Yeah.
So we have to see if he can get that back.
He also whiffed at everything throughout the year, but that's not why we're here. Cody Bellinger, I love that he chokes up. I love his situational hitting. He gets contact when guys are in scoring position, which is one of the most important things to do when you're hitting behind a guy like Aaron Judge.
Exactly, dude. They do need protection behind Judge, so that's good that he's back. Because if he wasn't back, then like Stanton, you can't rely on to stay healthy, and he's also older now, so that doesn't count anymore as like the solid Judge protection. But the issue is, like we said in the previous podcast, like if Tucker would have been better protection, but there were so many different claims of why the Yankees weren't interested. So that's a really long story that we're not going to get to. And like the way the Dodgers did that deal, the Yankees were never going to do it like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get why they didn't do it, but that second big bat, unfortunately, is like lurking still. It could be Chisholm. If Chisholm walks in and cuts down some strikeouts and takes more walks, he could actually be the second big bat, honestly.
I mean, Rice actually got potential for that.
Too. He could be it, but we still got to see if he can maintain it, which he could. I just got to see the defense with Benny, but we could play that Bellinger clip. Let's go for it.
Yeah, let's do it.
By a Yankee first baseman. In 67 games, Bellinger lost one deep to right center. There it goes into the bleachers. See ya. Back to back. It is 2-0 Yanks. Line drive, it's a base hit to right field. That'll tie the game. It splits the outfielders and it goes to the wall. Bellinger rounding second. He's going to third. It'll be a triple, and the game is tied at 4.
Swings and sends one to right. That sends Soto back. He is on the track. He reaches. It's a grand slam.
That's legit. Those are some cool clips. I like that. But and the one play he made against the Mets against Juan Soto was wild, considering like everything all those layers with that.
Yeah.
It's just the fact he did it against Soto was kind of ironic. I thought that double play was probably one of the best plays of the year. It probably was his best play, and he also did make a catch to end the game too.
Yep, I remember that.
I mean, his defense is adding value. Like, I understand that, but like the other problem is that he doesn't hit well in October. The only good October he kind of had was 2020, and that season was so weird. But he did play well in it, so I'll give it to him. But and he does have a ring with the Dodgers, so that's important, even though it's a little bit different of a ring. But
I mean, we got exposed last playoffs. I mean, we saw the Yankees go in. We saw Aaron Judge play like Aaron Judge plays, but we saw nobody else come up big in any spots. We had the entire team hitting like below like 250 or something besides Aaron Judge. It was horrible.
How does that change next year? That's the issue I have. Like, what's going to be different about that? Like, I don't know. You're going to have
the year is going to be different. That's the only thing.
Yeah, it's like Dave Bruin said on the podcast, shout out to Job, but he was like, and I'm going to drop that clip's going to come at a later time too. He was just like, if you keep doing the same thing and the same results, you got to start asking questions like, what's going on here? Like, when is something different going to happen to try to change this? Either in the office, manager, lineup, like something. But it just is like firing a first base coach is not going to do anything. So that is not the issue here. And I think another assistant hitting coach or something left.
And they didn't even get rid of Luis Rojas.
Like, I'll push. I know why I understand like some criticism of him, but like he does do a lot for Jason Dominguez, and like
Does he?
they work really hard on the outfield together. Like I
That's good.
spoke to Rojas and I asked some questions, and he told me kind of what they did a little bit. So I do like him. I know some of the sends are not the best. I'm not gonna lie, obviously, but um, the one that really this was gonna be tough for everyone. And I'm sorry, I'm doing this. The one that is gonna be the cementer is the second one of the World Series. That was probably one of the worst I've ever seen, unfortunately. Although
Yeah.
Teoscar Hernandez, my only defense to that is Teo is not the best fielder, but he was so close. Even almost anyone could have made that throw, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, that was horrible.
That was not great, to put it
But
mildly.
going back to Bellinger, he's projected to have a pretty good season next year. He's projected 116 WRC plus, slashing 267, 331, 451. So he has good projections. 2.7 F4. You definitely want that up. You want that more in like the 3 or 4.5, 3 to 4.5 range for a guy making $30+ million a year. But it's a different age of market.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Like, it's tough because, like, well, actually, think about it for a second. Did they really have to go that high? Because who else was even close? That's what I'm also. I just kind of thought of that, but like I have been thinking about that. But Boris probably forced it because like, and the Yankees probably just didn't want to wait anymore, so they were just like, okay, like whatever. I felt like that's probably what happened here, unfortunately.
I haven't really seen anything come out about his market yet since he signed, but hopefully some stuff comes out about it.
I hope so too, and then like. I want to see if anything comes out about the runner-up thing, if the Yankees even tried to do an offer for Peralta, or if it just was no shot.
Yeah.
That's another thing I definitely want to do. So, we did get a new sub, so thanks to whoever that was. I appreciate it. I actually should have put this on the channel earlier. I think we have some comments and likes. Is there any YouTube comments maybe that haven't reached the chat? I should probably look.
Yeah.
All right, I should have put this on sooner, but it's now on the playlist for the show at least. So, yeah, I mean, let me try to check to see if there's anything going on in there. Because I did see 7 of something. I don't know if it was like.
Oh crap! Yeah.
It might have just been likes. I'm not sure if it maybe.
No,
remember the one time we got screwed. It just didn't. Oh, are they? Oh no.
Yeah.
Why is it not working on here? I don't understand why it happens sometimes. Like, I have it set. It should be linked. Like, it's so annoying. Hold on. No. See? Like,
That's weird.
Well, yeah, you know what?
Like my dad comments.
I could, like, screenshot them maybe and, like, get them in here.
Yeah. There are still trades the Yankees can still do. I hope they have some moves up their sleeve. Yeah, definitely. I think they could definitely bolster the bullpen.
Yeah, I mean, we do got to talk because, like, Dominguez and Jones are definitely in weird spots now.
I think one of them's gone.
But you just lost the main target you would have used for one of them. So what are you what are you doing with them? You're just going to throw them away for nothing. Like, who is the person to get for one of them?
I mean, are you sending Gore? Are you sending him for Gore?
I'd rather not, personally.
Yeah.
But
Gore's an unproven pitcher.
But I mean, it's just like
Dominguez is an unproven hitter, but
is it better than doing nothing? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, that's where the gray area comes in. But
Alec is in the chat.
Definitely. What happened?
Alec is in the chat.
Yeah, I can't see them still. Can you see them on here?
I can see them on my phone. I'm on my phone.
Yeah, it's like it's not coming into the stream, unfortunately. I don't know why. And to make matters worse, my phone's not letting me open it up, and I don't want to disrupt the flow on. You know what? I think I know what to do. I don't want to disrupt the flow on the computer and risk any volume or anything. So like, I'm just like, I'll figure it out though.
Also, January 6th from Bleacher Report for Amber Valdez. 4 for 126. 25. That's his market right now. That's predictions.
Good news though. I did get the screenshot so I could at least try to put some of them in and we could like answer them. I know you gave me one of them, but I'll definitely want to shout out the person who did. And like, I'm sorry guys, whoever was in the YouTube. I wasn't ignoring it. We just like couldn't see it. Like, I'll make sure to answer everything I can right now. So we'll do that, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, let's talk about this Bellinger and Dominguez conundrum here, and like Jones. So Grisham is a year left. You want to keep one of them in case Grisham goes, obviously, and you need a fourth guy, obviously. So it's a big battle. Like, who would you rather keep, and who do you think they would rather keep? I guess we could start there.
I think they'd rather keep. I don't know.
It's tough.
I mean, you obviously you'd rather keep Dominguez, but with how this front office views Spencer Jones, you really never know. I mean,
it's like they're very. I don't know how high. I know the industry's like very split on Spencer Jones. Like, I don't know how the front office views him per se. I'm not. I think there's probably some split there, I would imagine. But like, the thing that's interesting here is that like Jones can play center, which might give him the advantage over Dominguez, and Bellinger's not as good in center as he is in left.
And Spencer has good defensive splits.
Yes, he's great defensively. It's just a hope that you just have to hope he doesn't become Joey Gallo with the Yankees on the offense. If he's Rangers Joey Gallo, that's actually great. I actually had this conversation with someone the other day. I was like, are you getting Rangers Gallo or Yankees Gallo? I'm like, if it's Rangers Gallo, I'll sign that right now. If it's Yankees Gallo, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, then the front office is going to get screwed if that happens. Yeah, I think they want Spencer for center if Trent don't play well. From Yankees country 1.
All right, I'm able to update some of these at least and put
that could definitely be a possibility. I could definitely see that.
Run that by me again.
I think they want to keep Spencer for center if Trent doesn't play well.
Yeah, I mean, the only issue is like there's 2 problems with this. Whichever one you keep, it's still going to lose value because they don't have a guaranteed MLB spot. I mean, what more could Spencer Jones do in AAA to increase his value than what he did last year?
I don't know. He also tanked his value in the second half when he had that horrible stretch at the end of the year.
Oh, I know. So, here's some comments and questions. So, someone said he's not going to make 5 years, Stanton. I don't know what they mean by that exactly. It was quarter to 8, 6, 7, 3. Like, Bellinger might not be great in 5 years, I guess. Like, that's possible. I don't know what Stanton
that's
do with that, though.
That's my mom.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I guess you could ask her later, let you know. But yeah, Bellinger. But thank you for the sub. I definitely appreciate that. We're only 8 away from 500, so let's see how soon we hit that. So yes, like you said before, Yankees Country 1 said there's still trades they could do, which we're discussing. Here's the second thing that interests me. Yep, you said Alex said what's up to our Astros brother, and then with the Yankees getting Belly back, they can trade one of their outfield players, and they have pitching players and Jazz and Ryan. They could also trade if they have to. Okay, I mean, I talked about this before. The outfield thing, obviously, yes. McMahon, I mean, sure, but where is he going, and who's taking him, and who are they bringing in to replace him right now? I don't think Chisholm makes any sense anymore because what are you getting from him that's worth trading him? A, and B, they had one chance to do that. If they signed Bichette, you could have maybe made a case to do that. But they didn't do that. And there's literally the only way it makes sense, and it doesn't even make that much sense, is if you brought in Brendan Donovan. But he's also a lefty, and I don't even think he's as good as Jazz, honestly. So, I mean, it's a different look because he'll put the ball in play more. But he doesn't have as much pop or speed as Jazz. You don't want to just give up a 30-30 guy with a potential to go 40-40. So, for me, like, I'd run it out. Even if you lose him next year, but let him ride it out for this year at least.
I mean, he's been a superstar with the Yankees, and that's not putting it lightly.
He just has to perform better in October. But if you look at the numbers, like, during the season, I can do it. I'll get them, too.
His per 162 numbers are incredible
with the Yankees are unbelievable.
But
I gotta try to find. I probably could do it really quick. I'll get them. But in terms
do you
of
see the Yankee? Oh,
up?
do you want to stay on this? Because
Yeah,
there's another comment.
let me do Chisholm quick.
Okay.
I guess we could stay on it. I mean, you look at Jazz because I actually want to see these Yankees numbers.
Yeah.
But okay, 42 bombs, 103 RBIs, 638 at bats, 176 games, and 49 stolen bases with an OPS of 816, 250 batting average, 330 OBP, 486 slug. Yeah, that sounds pretty damn good to me. It's not something I'm really itching to give up.
Yeah, definitely not. Especially when his value isn't going to be up to what he plays to.
Now, there's one. Yeah, no. So, what was the question? Go ahead.
The new question is, do you see the Yankees trying to trade with the Cubs for an infielder?
Okay, I actually love that because that was literally on my mind. Who shot that question in?
Yankees Country 1.
Okay, Yankees Country 1, you're doing great work tonight. But let me just say this, because I was talking to someone about Nico today, actually. Now, if you do that, could you get rid of McMahon somehow? Because I wouldn't want to get rid of Jazz and do that because of the reasons we just explained. I don't want them to get rid of Jazz.
You could do 100 or a real 360. You could get rid of Volpe.
And then you have Horner play shortstop.
Or Cabby play short. And then Jazz to third, Horner at second.
Yeah, well, Horner's actually a Gold Glove second baseman, and Jazz is also really good at second too. So that would be really interesting if they're both in the same team. But
the one problem I have with Jazz at second, he's a great defensive second baseman. It's the errors they kill him. He can't turn a double play.
The only thing is that he probably gets to a lot of balls that most people won't even get to that become errors. That's
what I'm saying.
I'll give for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one in the World Series was brutally bad, obviously. Mm-hmm. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Not World Series. DS last year. I got those two crossed up. He wasn't an issue in the World Series, except offensively, probably. But he did have that big homer in Game 5 that kind of should have gave them more of life.
I don't want to talk about Game 5.
Yeah, no, it's forget it. But okay, so I just got a tweet message from someone. I'm sure Met fans don't care much right now. Top 100 in farm rankings works out. The Mets farm system went from 1 to 6 apparently from Kylie McDaniel with the deal.
Really?
That's a nice little drop off.
1 to 6. Wow.
Yeah, but
you better hope Freddy Peralta gives you a good year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they care that much. I think McDaniel's on the money there, he normally is.
Who do you see the Yankees getting for backup catcher to play with Wells? I could see Escara joining him again.
I love JC. I can't say I want anyone else to be the backup catcher, but if I did think of someone, did Carantini get signed yet? Oh, he's a switch hitter.
He got signed, yeah.
He did get signed. I don't even know what's out there.
The one problem I had, the one prospect I really, really liked at last year's trade deadline was Jesus Rodriguez. He has very good hitting tools down in the minors, and he's a righty catcher, which would platoon very well with Austin Wells.
I know. Jesus wasn't bad, actually. Yeah. Okay, we do have some options here. I got them. Christian Vasquez, no. I don't really. Gary Sanchez, absolutely not. Mitch Garver, no. I mean,
there's an Astros rumor what the Red Sox Paredes for Wilyer Abreu.
Yes, that we did touch on a lot, and I know the Red Sox are sniffing around for position players.
I didn't hear Wilyer Abreu in discussions though.
Yeah, I don't know if it will be Abreu. I mean, the Duran is what they might want, but Abreu might. Do you think he has more or less value than Duran? Because the value chart was way off when we were putting that together yesterday. So maybe,
how old is Wilyer?
I gotta go to BTD quick, I guess. But
Wilyer, he's an elite defensive outfielder, and his hitting tools are very good. He's 26 years old, and he's coming off 22 home runs to 786 OPS last season. before he got hurt. I mean, he's put together 2 really back-to-back consistently good seasons, and he's gone deep into the season.
I like both players, honestly.
Mm-hmm. They're
But
2 very different players.
they are.
Jaren Duran sucks in center, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if he's the best in center.
I'm pretty sure he's pretty good in left.
Corners. I thought he was like decent in center, but like maybe you're right. I have to look. But it's okay. Astros, Red Sox.
Chandler Rome. Chandler Rome said it on the on his podcast.
Oh, he said that Duran's not good in center. Oh
yeah. No. He said the Willier stuff on his podcast.
Okay, well, he's the best Astros supporter out there, so if he says something, I'm gonna listen to it.
Yep.
Chandler's a great guy.
And I saw Abreu. This is all Alec, by the way.
Okay. Alec, thanks for checking in. We appreciate it always.
Mm-hmm.
When there's big Astros news, we'll definitely go live for it. There just hasn't been anything that crazy yet, really. Well, we did actually, so I lied.
Yankees country. It's a good question. Ryan Jeffers from the Twins.
Oh, that's the one guy I've heard, actually. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Yeah, I mean, all right, sure. I mean, if you want to try that, I mean, I won't say full. If I can't, I won't fully say no to it, I guess.
I remember tweeting last year around in like March.
They have to trade for him, though. What's that value like, you think? And Abreu's value is actually lower than Duran's, so maybe that's why it's going to shift to Abreu.
Yeah, I'll look at
Abreu and Abreu might be going for each other in the same deal for 80s. Those deals are always funny. I can find Jeffers' value, actually. I know he has some decent upside, though. I know there's a lot of people that like him. But
I remember tweeting around this time last year that I would love to trade for Ryan Jeffers.
I know a lot of people were talking about Seth Brown, and now the Yankees signed him to a minor league deal, and they're a little bit excited about that. And then they also signed a reliever. Who is the reliever the Yankees grabbed again?
Caleb Ort.
Yes, he was an Astro or something for a while.
He was an Astro.
Okay. I don't see Jeffers on the chart. I mean, maybe this. Oh, he's at 12.8. I mean, okay, that's not terrible. But
yeah, he's 28 years old. He's coming off a 753 OPS season, 9 home runs, 406 at bats, 266 average. You know, those are some good numbers.
My question is only one: how well does he hit lefties? If he hits lefties really well, then we might have a conversation here.
Yeah.
I mean, the defense, I don't know about the defense. I'm guessing it's fine. I don't know.
Yeah, and you would expect the Yankees to want him to have good defense. They like defense behind the plate.
I'll just do baseball reference. It's fine. What do you got?
313, 462, 420, 882 OPS against lefties last season.
All right, yeah, I get it then. I mean, I don't know what you'd have to give in a deal like that. What do you think Minnesota wants? I mean, they kind of need a little bit of everything, I guess.
I don't really know the trade value site that well.
I have it. I mean, I could try to just spitball something here. And then we still got to do Luis Robert. We got sidetracked, but we are doing Luis Robert still.
Yep.
That is happening.
Horrible defense behind the plate.
Okay, yeah. They probably won't like him then. But
yeah. He's had some past good seasons behind the plate, but
maybe they think they can fix him though, because Tanner Swanson is elite.
Yeah, Tanner Swanson is elite.
Yes,
but he had -5 fielding runs value.
All right, let's say you gave them Bryce Cunningham. That's like an 8 value ish, and then maybe like Thatcher Hurd or something. That would be 2 pitches.
Yeah, maybe like a Splevich or something.
Maybe like Anthony Hall or something, or like Francisco Barolio, or I don't know. He was a highly
just one of those lower tier
guy.
Prospects.
Yeah, the values that aren't really high right now, like someone like that, like a TJ Rumfield maybe,
I liked watching him in spring training last year.
No, Rumfield is very good. I do like him too. It's just he doesn't have a spot in the Yankees, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping he would get picked in the Rule 5 so someone could give him a shot in the MLB. But we'll have to see what happens with that. So, like, before we transition to Robert to close down, I guess, like, they also signed Luis Garcia too, the reliever. We'll touch on that shortly. And then the Angels got back Juan Moncada for $4 million. It's not gonna go crazy on that, obviously. So like, if we go through this trade puzzle for the Yankees, if they somehow could get Nico Horner and have him on the same team with Jazz Chisholm, that would be a move that would get people excited. I know the only thing is his pop is the only thing is he doesn't have home run. He doesn't hit bombs.
I don't care.
I know.
Good.
I know.
We don't need bombs on this
everything
team
else,
anymore.
everything else he does well. Yes, everything else he does exceptionally well, actually. So that's like, yeah. If they could somehow keep him, you know what? I'm actually curious what his value is because I was saying Hess and like Dominguez or something, but someone told me I was overshooting it. So I'm curious how.
He would be a rental, right?
Yeah, that's the only thing. Like, but the good news is like they'd probably at least re-sign one of them.
Yeah.
They wouldn't get them both back, but at least one would most likely come back. Because the current situation now is the Jazz could walk, and I actually think it's. I had this conversation. You're gonna love this, and I'm being dead ass for you too. I had this conversation with Cliff Floyd at the winter meetings, and he loves Jazz Chisholm, obviously. And I was like, why wouldn't the Yankees just extend him now? Because like if he hits the market, his contract's gonna be like for $200 million plus probably. He's like, yeah, I agree with you. Like they probably should try to like extend him, but I guess like they can't figure it out or whatever. Because like if he has let's say he goes 40-40, like he could be looking at like 200 plus or like 250 million or something.
Yeah, I mean, he has potential to be like the top free agent.
No, you're not too far off because that class is not that great.
Is that class not great? That's what I was thinking.
He's only going to be 28.
Yeah.
The only thing that clouds the class is that Bichette might opt out and add some competition into it. And there's a few other guys I think that have early opts, if I'm not mistaken, that might jump into there. Is there another guy that's elite that has an early opt? I know there's some pitchers that do. Maybe not for hitters. Let's think. Schwarber not opt. Alonso not opt. Who else was the best hitter? Tucker has some, actually.
Does Tucker have one next year?
I think he does, actually. So
I don't think he'll opt out of $60
that's so
million,
much money. I don't know why he would opt out of
Yeah.
it, though, unless he just wants like the more years. But the Blue Jays had the more years for him on the table, December 350. So he probably won't opt out. You're probably right on this.
And he's gonna get a year older.
Yeah, unless he just goes ballistic. But even then, like, how? I guess he would get like the more security probably if he wanted it. I think he didn't want to go to Toronto. Actually, I think I told you that. Like someone told me he didn't want to go there. But I don't know why he did the visit. Probably just because for due diligence, and he needed to like have his market be competitive, most likely. And he probably knew they would offer a lot.
The Blue Jays had to have pushed his number up a lot.
The Blue Jays were they were probably his security blanket. Like it wasn't like his preference. He was probably like break glass in case of emergency. I'll go with the Blue Jays.
And then the Mets were driving the price up a lot as well.
Yeah, the Mets drove the Dodgers up to the 260 number, which is absolutely ridiculous still. Or 240, my bad, but still nuts. Yeah, so let's hit Luis Robert here. I like this deal for the Mets. I really do. I did a little breakdown of him, which we'll share before we get going. And then I'll go through some notes on Luis Robert, too. So, I mean, when you look at Robert, 2023 is the year that's going to stand out. And I did hit on some of this, but the 857 OPS, also the best for him, I think, like when he's played that much. I think there was a 900 OPS season, but it was way less games. So that's his best true OPS, if that makes sense. His injuries have killed him. He's really been beaten up since 2023. Since 24, his batting average 223 is the fifth worst. His on base 288, 12th is the problem. K percentage almost 30, sixth worst problem. But he did cut that down last year, and his walks did go up. But like it has to improve more.
Yeah, and something else to add to that, to the positive side. He ended the season very well. He ended with, in the second half, he had an 800 OPS.
He did?
But he only played 31 games in the second half. But he managed on 800 OPS. So.
Yes, and his slug was like the 16th worst with 372. But for the positives, like I mentioned, I'll just play the clip soon. But speed, defense, elite, check. And power when he's on, check. So he has most of the tools you will want, but they need to maximize his hit tool. The contact tool is what really needs to get fixed with him.
Yeah.
And then you're talking.
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking at a deal that's not going to cripple the Mets if it doesn't work out.
No, yeah, I definitely like this deal a lot for the Mets. You get rid of two prospects who aren't really the top of your
You
prospects.
didn't need them.
You didn't
the
need
Mets
them
didn't
at
need
all.
Acuna, so the White Sox might be able to get more out of him. I think it's a decent flyer idea for them to see if they can get more out of him. He's going off in the LVP, like we've mentioned. He went off in that league and had a 4 home run game. So I mean, if he could tap into some of that, I mean, I know it's way different, but he's gonna have way less pressure with the White Sox. So maybe he'll just chill and be able to play a little bit better than we thought. Like,
and he really just started struggling when he came over to the Mets. He was a top prospect back in Texas.
I know he was the lead with the Rangers in the farm system. Like they literally paid to get him.
Yeah,
that's what happened. They paid the Scherzer contract to get him.
But I think he'll fit well with the White Sox, and the Mets get rid of their infield problem. They kind of have a stacked infield right now.
The other guy was Thurman Pauly in the deal. He was like a 12th round pick out of Harvard or something.
Yeah,
so,
he was out of Harvard. He had a nice college year, but I do think Luis Robert has a very good shot to turn it around with the Mets. You know, it's a big market. You go from a small market to a big market, but we really never know. It's baseball.
Yeah, I've been saying for a while that he needs to change the scenery. Luis Robert, like I didn't think he was completely cooked. I mean, he's only like 28. He's still a baby, and then it's like I said, you have a $20 million next year with a buyout for 2. I think if you wanted to release him after the season, then it would be like $20 million again in 27. Then it's off. So it's only 2 years left on it. But I think it's a good idea because, like we said, if he doesn't go well, you're not stuck with it. If it does go well, it's actually tremendous value for a guy with his skill set in center field.
Yeah, and he's a young guy, so. He can be re-signed at the end of that contract.
And Grisham got $2 million more than him, which I find interesting. They basically both make the same salary.
Yeah.
If Trent does last year, great, but you'd probably rather pay Robert before what you saw from Grisham last year. If you gave me a choice before last year, I'd probably give the $20 million to Robert.
Yeah, the one thing that really drove me with Trent Grisham last year was how clutch he was. I mean, I feel like he always came up in the big moment. Obviously, not really in the playoffs, but
that's
he did
fair.
really well in the high leverage in 2025, and I hope that stays the same.
Yeah, we'll have to see. So here's my little Robert breakdown, and then we'll do like Luis Garcia, and there was something else I wanted to get to, but I'll figure it out. Julian Gallardi breaking down the Luis Robert Jr. trade from the Chicago White Sox to the New York Mets. Robert Jr. is such a tantalizing player. The Cuban center fielder is so boom or bust that it's tough to deal with sometimes. But there is some stuff that he does do well that's sustainable, like play good defense and have a lot of good speed to translate to stolen bases. He did have a career high 33 stolen bases last year. You'll see him robbing a home run here. And he does have some good things you like. The problem is that he's a little bit too swing happy. His K rate's been an issue, although he lowered it this year. His walk rate got increased, also been a problem. And his best year in 2023 was when he was fully healthy, like 38 home runs and like 80 RBIs, both career highs. You're going to wonder how this is going to look for the Mets. I think it's a gamble worth taking. It's only a 1 or 2 year commitment, $20 million. Luis Angel Acuna was the main piece in this deal. He's mainly an infielder, but also has played some outfield. He has not quite lived up to the hype with the Mets. Ronald Acuna's younger brother, but in the LVP this winter, he's had an historic season. He had the first 4 home run game, which is what this clip is, and he was awesome for the Carnados de Lara all season. And I said that would help his trade chances, and it did. And they also threw in pitching prospect Thurman Pauly. Yeah, so kind of the stuff we said, but a little different spin there, a little more context to how crazy Acuna was in LVP. So, here's an interesting one. My buddy Javi texted me this, and we've talked about this. What about Nick Lodolo to the Bronx?
I would love that. I've always loved Nick Lodolo. The thing is, the problem with me, it's another lefty, but
That's the only issue with it. But
Mhm.
he's a good lefty, so I might make an
yeah,
exception.
he's a very good lefty.
So I mean, I get it though. I really do. I would say this: like, is there? Let's go through these starting options quick. Like, who else? Do you think there's like a guy like that's unforeseen out there that we could? Oh shit! I found something out.
Mm.
Someone was like, I don't know how true this is, but it is a friend of mine and he knows a lot of stuff. And I just retweeted it. The Yankees, imagine if the Yankees had to give up Lombard and LeGrand for um, Peralta.
Lombard and Lagrange. No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. See, that's
That's a
kind of
lot.
why it's like tough to say. I can't say like it's hard to be like upset with what I mean, the outcome's not what they wanted, obviously, but like it's hard to say they should have topped that offer because I don't really think they could have. To be honest, I don't really think they could have.
I wouldn't have been mad if they gave up a Lagrange, but like a Lombard too.
No, I actually would have been tight if they gave up LeGrand, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have been happy with it, but like you're also getting Freddy
both
Peralta.
of them were tough. I mean,
yeah, both of them are incredible
ERC
players.
or LeGrand, is what we tough to part with. Like, I still think like Ben Hess is good, but like I would be okay with giving him up basically, and his value is
definitely.
As theirs. And like same thing with Cunningham or Thatcher Hurd, like same.
Yeah,
same
for me it
story
goes Lagrange, ERC are in like the same boat.
Yeah, they're like right here.
Prospects.
Well, Granhe's interesting because like even if he doesn't start, like his bullpen potential is in the ceiling. So like that's why I don't.
That's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I've been saying.
I like this. This is here we go. Pablo Lopez. I love Pablo Lopez. I'm a huge Pablo Lopez guy. Mitch Keller, not as big into, but sure. That could be a trade for Dominguez maybe, but the password is in the Pittsburgh now, so they kind of did their trade like that.
Yeah.
So and then Pirates really need righties, like they need righties badly. So I don't know if that's the match. Pablo Lopez is an interesting one, and we know what happened with the whole fiasco with Monty and Gleyber Torres and Lopez and the Marlins and all that stuff. So, like, there is history here. The question is if the Yankees will be willing to pay his contract, which is like $18-ish million a year. I think it's what 4 for 72. Yeah, I know it is. And then his injuries have been a problem too, but they wouldn't need him to throw the full season based on how the rotation looks, in theory. If you can get 150 innings out of Pablo Lopez, that'd be huge.
Yeah, I mean, to go on to what you're saying, Pablo Lopez had a 2.74 ERA last year. However, 75 innings pitched. Injuries hurt him a lot.
I agree with you. He was still really good in that small sample size,
and I feel like he's always talked up in the offseason too. And we've always. He's just never had a season without a lot of injuries, and that's
2023 he was elite. He was an all-star. He struck out 234 batters, 194 innings. 2024, 185 innings, 198 Ks.
Yeah.
2022, 180 innings and 174 Ks. So from 22 to 24, he was excellent. And before that, there were some injury concerns, but he still had good innings when he was able to pitch. I really thought that Pablo was always a target for the Yankees. Like we said, I actually interviewed him when he was on the Marlins and he was playing the Mets. So like I think I like his mentality. I like how engaged he is with his teammates, and like I think he's a guy that can handle New York. Like I don't think the lights would be too bright for him because think about it. He plays for Venezuela, where baseball's life. He already dealt with so much pressure to even get through the academies and make the major leagues. Like, what is New York going to do to a guy like Pablo Lopez? He's not going to care. He might thrive in an environment, honestly. Like, I feel like he's definitely thrown a few big games before. Not like he's really gotten those playoff opportunities, unfortunately. But
who's on your list for who the Yankees? Who do you want the Yankees to get right now? Pitchers.
We could put
Who's at the
Lopez in
top
that
of that
discussion. Sure, let's put Lopez in that discussion. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger than him, though, if you want to go really big game hunting, but it's going to cost more than Peralta, so I don't know if it's possible. Joe Ryan.
That would be great.
That would even be arguably better than Peralta in essence, because you have him for more, and they're both pretty close, honestly. Peralta's probably better because based on what he's accomplished, but Ryan could be better going forward, but it's very close.
Yeah, my one tiny bit of concern is that he ended the season really bad last year.
He did.
But that shouldn't really matter. It's a new season. But, it's never really good ending off on a bad note.
I agree with you.
Carry in.
So my fear with Lopez, this is my buddy Nick, by the way, on Twitter. He's a really good follow. Thanks for hopping in, bro. And my fear with Lopez isn't coming back from the arm injury, but that could lower the cost and the Yankees willing to take on more money. Yes, that's good and bad. Because, that's a problem. But the cost shouldn't be crazy because of his contract and the injuries going on. And there's no reason why the Twins should want to keep him. Like, I know they said they want to keep both guys, but why? Like, where are the Twins going? Like, what's the reason to keeping Pablo Lopez around? Like, maybe Joe Ryan, I can understand. Okay, he's young. You can fix things in enough time with the years of control. He has fine. But Lopez has 2 years left, and the Twins are not doing anything in 2 years.
Mm-hmm. And they're... But... Yeah.
But they have a fiasco and a circus going on in Minnesota with ownership. Like they don't know if they want to tear it down. They don't know if they want to compete. But meanwhile, they traded 10 players at the deadline.
Sold half of their team last deadline.
But they don't want to finish the job now. Now they're like, now we should see if we can compete. Well, it's kind of too late for that. You traded half your team.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what they're doing.
I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Zero clue. But the Yankees should definitely pick up the phone and at least call about him. Like, maybe they have. Who knows? So, that's the target. Mackenzie Gore, but, like, maybe. Mitch Keller, maybe if they could work something out, I wouldn't mind. Brady Singer could be a decent floor option. I don't mind Chris Bassett. I know we brought him up a little bit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be upset with that.
And he's still out on the free agent market.
And I like Bassett because of the swinging ability and what we saw him do in October. And we know he can get the big outs.
Yeah,
and
he's got really good swing and miss stuff.
He's hungry. He wants to win that World Series. He was this close to winning. And I'm sure he'd be motivated to go against the Blue Jays too. So that would be fun. And then another guy is Lucas Giolito, who might be a decent filler and as a mid guy.
He's still out there.
Yeah, I'm not into Littell because the home runs with Zach Littell would be a disaster at Yankee Stadium. I have heard some whispers about Brady Singer. I wouldn't hate it. He's like a kind of mid to back guy, maybe like a 3 or 4. Like it would stabilize some stuff as a righty. And so I don't know who else is really out there in the starting pitching market unless it's like a surprise. But we've gone through so many names and all this outlook. I'm not sure what else is really would be that surprising at this point, but you never know, I guess. I'm gonna call random ass shot here. It's not anything crazy, but how would you feel about the Yankees taking a flyer on Tony Gonsolin?
Tony Gonsolin, Jesus.
I think he's a free agent.
Is he a free agent? I didn't even know that.
I'm pretty sure, dude. I would take a flyer on him. Why not? I mean,
he was talented.
It wouldn't. That's what I mean. It wouldn't have to be anything crazy.
Yeah. What are your feelings? I kind of know your feelings, but what about a Drew Rasmussen?
Rasmussen, I'd be into Rasmussen. Actually, I would. The only issue with him is injuries and innings, but he actually might work out because the Yankees don't need him to throw that many innings in theory. If you get him and Weathers to give you 150 or 175 somehow combines, you'd be happy with that, or 200 somehow. But I'm into Rasmussen, yes. I'm trying to think if there's another off the grid name that could go in a trade in the starting pitching market.
Definitely not Quinn Priester. Quinn Priester's a young rookie pitcher. Not rookie, but a young pitcher who I
don't
really
mind
like.
Priester.
He did really well last year. He had a crazy streak of just not losing any games that he pitched.
Pat just texted me. He's like, yes, LOL. Shout out to my guy, Pat Ragazzo, because he was actually one of the first ones to put up, like, that stuff was escalating. And
Yeah.
Heyman did throw him credit for that, which was nice.
That's when I showed you, right?
Yeah, that was when we started to
Yeah.
percolate a little bit. I want to give him the credit and give him and find the original tweet. All right, I got him. Yeah. So like, yeah, he was on it. Like we said, he does excellent work.
From Nick in the Twitter chat, what would you think of Jose Barrios?
I mean, obviously the Blue Jays would have to eat some money. We'd have to start there. Would they actually send him in the own division where he could hurt them in theory? I don't know, but they might because they really want to get rid of him. So that's probably the worst kept secret right now, that they really want to trade Barrios.
Is it? I didn't even know that.
Well, I mean,
I guess that's why it's a secret.
I don't fully know, but like, how could they not want to? The rotation's full, and like it's been mentioned, and it's not like the best contract. They have to trade some.
He's also been very inconsistent throughout that contract. Like, he was the worst pitcher in baseball a couple years ago.
I would not be shocked at all. But I don't know if the Yankees would be the ones to get him, but I could definitely see a move there. So let's get past. Marlins will trade Sandy. Actually, I don't think so, because they already traded Cabrera and they're still trying to compete. Kind of. I think they'll keep him because, like, I think the price, like I've said, it doesn't match the production of what he's done lately. Like, they're still trying to sell him as a Cy Young, but he's not that guy anymore, and it's like it's not matching up. That's why they traded Cabrera.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you never know, but like, and the Yankees have tried, and like they haven't been able to match up. But now, okay, maybe they would be willing to give Spencer Dominguez now, since the Bellinger thing has resolved itself.
Yeah, and
would the Marlins actually deal him too, though? I don't know.
Who did they want at the deadline for
Jones? I thought
they wanted Jones
or Dominguez, or one of them, or one of the two, I believe.
I mean,
all right. So here's Pat's shout when he brought up the thing about the serious talks, and wow, 1.2 interactions. Holy crap. Obviously well earned there, but like, I do think like it's gonna be interesting to see. Is there another starter off the grid, or like some type? We kind of went through the bats. The bat options are bare right now, which is kind of upsetting. Like, do you think they'd still consider Hayes? Probably not, because they have too many outfielders. Someone was saying they should still consider Hayes on my Twitter, but it's like, you have to figure out what's going on with Dominguez and Jones before you even think about Hayes. Because like, if you get Hayes, then you're really handcuffed, and you're not going to get anything for either of them. So they'd have to wait. That's a wait and see. But like, I don't know. I do want some type of righty bench bat, though.
You know who's still on the market? David Robertson.
That would be crazy.
He signed like mid-season with the Phillies last year.
I do remember that. How much does he have left? I really wonder. I did say I would do the Garcia thing, so let's do the Luis Garcia thing. The Mets signed him for what, like $2 million?
Yeah. Do you think the Brewers will trade Trevor McGill to the Yankees? I hope.
Actually, honestly,
that's a good shout.
That's a good question. That's a good question. I meant to bring it up before, so I appreciate that. Why not, honestly?
Yeah.
They did it last year, and they already gave up Peralta, so they have a guy who could close in Uribe. So why not? That might be an interesting move to make. Does that cost it to Dominguez or Jones? I don't know if it should, but if you want to like enhance the bullpen, then it's a good way to do it. I don't know if I would necessarily throw them in for that.
Yeah, I mean, it gets another hard throwing righty into the.
They need someone that throws heat, which is why I'm still interested in Kopech, and he's still out there, by the way. So that could still happen. Who knows?
Yeah.
The only thing is like, I don't know how the depth is in like the spots and everything, because they'd have to like finesse some stuff, but it's possible. You never know. Like I think there's not many guys that have options left. That's the problem.
Oh.
And Yarbo is now slid into the bullpen because of Weathers too.
Yeah.
But there's going to be injuries. It's not like all the relievers are going to make it healthy at a camp. So get him. Why not? Go get Kopech. So Luis Garcia is an interesting dude. He's been with the Angels and the Nationals. He's definitely getting up there in age now, obviously.
He's 38.
He's 38. But we'll see like what they want to do with that. First, you're gonna laugh at this. At first, I thought they got the Astros Luis Garcia.
No, I thought the same thing. That's why I texted you. That's why I texted you. I thought it was a lot more significant than that.
Yeah, no, I did too a little bit, but like he's been a little bit off too lately, because he's been hurt a lot.
Yeah.
So I mean, honestly, where is this? Why is it? It's not. It's being really stupid on Baseball Reference right now. I don't know why, but his percentile stuff on Savant look pretty decent. Or his location, the pitching mix look good. The fastball velo is still 97, which is impressive.
Yeah.
His FIP was 3.28. His ERA was a 3.42. This was on the Angels last year. He's 39 years old. I mean, if he has enough left in the tank, it's a good move for the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to see because they need bullpen help badly.
Yeah. And Luis Garcia's
Okay, I finally found it, I think. You know what happened? It was throwing me off because it had a Dodgers hat on it for some reason.
Yeah, on Fangraphs.
Yeah, I mean, he threw it. Oh, he was a Dodger, too. Wow. He played for 3 teams, Nationals, Angels, and Dodgers.
I'm looking at the right Luis Garcia.
Yeah, 55 innings. We have 48 Ks and a 3.42. I think that checks out.
He started with the Phillies.
No, it's not him.
No?
No, it was Nats, Dodgers, and Angels. It's all good because Luis Garcia is such a common name. It's so easy to cross up.
There's
Like,
so
don't even
many
worry
Luis.
about it. Yeah, honestly, like, okay, yes. Shout out to Yankees country again. Like I said, that was an awesome question, and I meant to bring that up. So, like,
Do Tigers look to get away from Flaherty's money again? Yankees had interest in the past from Nick.
You know what? That's an interesting one. And I have thought about Flaherty a lot, and I've known a lot about Flaherty for a long time, like going back to his Cardinal days, like the depression stuff he's dealt with and how he's opened something about that. It's been kind of inspiring. He's a very open person, and it's kind of cool to see like some of the stuff he shares with us online. I was definitely rooting for him last year in the playoffs. I wanted to see the Tigers do damage a little bit because I was going to do some games and whatnot. Like, it was pretty fun. But for Flaherty, like, I don't know if the Yankees would take on his money. That's the thing. Like, I don't know. It would be what, $20 million? There's like an opt out. I think his contract's interesting. I gotta look it up because like he opted in. I know, and like it's around $20 million. I'm pretty sure we knew he was gonna opt in. He had a down year last year, but there was still good. He still had 188 strikeouts though, so it's not like he was a complete bum. The ERA was pretty high at 4.64. There were good moments, there were bad moments. The weird thing is that like he kind of pitched better. Oh, it's a 2 for 35. Okay, and then the bonus got up to 20 this year, so he would be a free agent at the end of the year. I mean, I'll say a couple things here. I kind of want to look at some splits and see how I feel. Although he did pitch, I saw him pitch in the playoffs, and he actually did pretty well. I will say that.
I'm pretty sure he did. He started doing really well into like deeper into the season.
That's what I'm trying to check. I saw him pitch in Cleveland, and he was solid. Like, it wasn't amazing, but it was like pretty good. Like, he went like 4th and 3rd and like 1 run, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Seattle was like up and down, kind of. I think I saw him actually. I did see him in Seattle. I saw him in Cleveland and Detroit. I actually watched 2 of his playoff starts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this is messing up. Jack Flaherty he's been a guy I've liked a lot in the past. So like he's 30 years old, still only. Okay, playoffs. Here we go. He went 10 innings, 3.6 ERA, and 12 Ks. Solid, decent. It works. he was up and down with the Dodgers, but he did get the ring with them, obviously. So he does have that experience. He beat the Yankees, obviously. The Yankees did try to get him in the past. That's been well documented for sure. And for Jay Flair, I mean, the only thing is, like, I don't see why the Tigers would trade him because, like, this is probably the last year of school ball, unless they completely decide to blow it up. Maybe at the deadline if things don't work out, but they haven't gotten another pitcher, so I don't know if they would trade Flaherty. If they were able to get, if they somehow, this won't happen, but let's just play something crazy here. Let's say they got Framber Valdez, then yeah, they'd probably trade Flaherty.
Yeah, no, 100%. But I don't think
technically, why not though? Because they might be able to get. They should do it because that's the first time I thought about this.
They should try and compete as much as they
well,
can.
That obviously, that obviously, but they could probably get him on a deal for high AAV and opt-outs if they wanted to, and he could just go when school ball goes. That's what I mean. They should actually be in there. Like, maybe they are low-key. Who knows? I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
Because they haven't really done anything this offseason.
They need a lefty, too.
They missed out on their Bregman last year, so they
got school ball, obviously, but
yeah,
they could use another lefty to supplement him a little bit, like just to get that better mix going. I mean, I'm trying to see Flaherty's second half splits. Also, I didn't forget. I'm just like going through it a little bit.
Fangraphs is not working for me.
No, I'm good. I'm on reference. Once I get it, it'll be fine. Okay, so. Well, the thing I thought was weird about Flaherty was he actually pitched better against good teams, but didn't pitch that well against bad teams sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, I noticed that. Like, he kind of pitched better against the... Nah, his ERA was dead even down the middle, unfortunately. So he kind of just couldn't get the tracks together last year with that. Is his FIP or Sierra better or something? Like, that's what I'm wondering. Let me try to look.
You know who we might be thinking about? I think we might be thinking about Justin Verlander.
Yes, well, he did go better in the second half.
Yeah,
but I actually thought that too, though. Well, I mean, Flaherty's FIP was a 3.85, though. I mean, that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, the production was there. It's just he wasn't getting the results off of the fielding. But yeah, I mean, that could definitely be a possible trade candidate for the Yankees.
If the Tigers were willing. But I'm going to make that a really strong case for Framber because, first of all, their payroll's not that high. It would put them like maybe in the 200 range, but it's still really low. Like, what's the first tax tier? If you want to check really quick while I do this Flaherty stuff. Because I've never thought about the first tax tier because the Yankees are always at like the top of it.
Yeah.
I mean, when like on the Mets and the Dodgers and the Blue Jays and teams are trying to really compete. No one. I'm trying to look at the Sierra while I'm at it though. Okay, the expected ERA was also 4.3. It was way lower. Yeah, I mean, you could convince me. I think I could definitely be convinced to Flaherty.
Okay, so it's 20% if you go over $230 million.
Oh my God, dude! They're not even close. They're like in the 160 range. Why wouldn't they do it?
32% if you go over 250,
just
62.5.
$40 million and get them.
Yeah, I mean, they could throw them a lot of money right now.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
because
Go.
Actually, no, not even unless, because there's no big hitter to get. Even if they sign in Henio, that would only be $15 million a year probably at this rate.
Mm-hmm. Framber also has an AJ Hinch connection, does he?
Yes, yeah, absolutely, he does. I think so. Let me fact check myself.
No, he does.
He has to, right? It's close because
he has to.
He does. You're right.
Yeah, he does.
But it's not that strong.
Like,
he only threw 100 innings with him because he was coming up in 18, 19 kinds of, and then obviously after that.
Fangraphs is like down. I don't know.
I got it, but I was trying to see like if did he pitch in the playoffs for the Astros in 18 or 19? I don't ever remember seeing him in the playoffs.
I'll check Baseball Reference.
Where's the batted ball data? Oh, wait. Damn it. It got me off. I got crossed up here.
No, he first started in 2020.
Okay, yeah. So he does still have it though, but it's not as strong as like some of the other dudes. But it's there. He was with him for. If you think about it, more than 2 years though, because at spring trainings they probably were together a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's yeah. I mean, there's zero reason why the Tigers shouldn't sign Valdez. Like actually zero.
And he's had success when they've won in October. In 2022 he had a 1.44 ERA and 4 starts.
Even if you have to do an opt-out after like 2 or 3, it still is a good idea because it would also be a good replacement for Skubal once they most likely lose him. At least it would stabilize and you wouldn't be completely bare.
Yeah, I mean, the talent is there, but you also have to take account for the clubhouse, how he's going to handle that clubhouse.
Well, I'll say 2 things here, or maybe 3, and then we should probably go. We're getting late here, but so like I would go with this. Number 1 is that if anyone should be able to control the clubhouse, Hinch should probably be able to help mend that a little bit, you would think.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing is that like for Flaherty, his Sierra was a 3.67. Oh, by the way, so right in line with his FIP, kind of. So there, I am actually, I could possibly do that if they were willing to trade him. I was gonna bring up another point about who would you rather have, Austin Hayes or Harrison Bader, and get one right-handed bat? Hayes.
Bader. Wow.
Oh shit! Okay, well the reason why I want Hayes is because I just think he's a sure bet offensively than Bader is, and I trust him more because like he's been more consistent as a hitter for me. Mm-hmm. Tell me why you would do Bader.
For me, I think Bader's defense is like he's got one of the most impressive center field plays in the league, and he also has a pretty good hitting tool. I mean, his hitting tools are pretty split between righties and lefties, but that's also why he could struggle at sometimes because he doesn't really dominate either side of the ball. But you know, I've met Harrison Bader before. That's also another reason.
No, I've actually done a lot with Bader too, to be honest. Yeah. Like interviews and content with Somerset and like a couple other things. Like I like him. He's a good guy, but like I just think Hayes is the better fit because I need someone with thump. I mean, Bader does have the thump, but it comes in spurts, and he's a good October player, but, like, it's not consistent. It's too hot and cold. I trust Hayes a little bit more, like, offensively in a big spot, I guess, maybe. Well, Bader's showing he can play in October, but I just don't know, like, if it's in the regular season, if it's fully sustainable. But you know what? Honestly, I would take either one of them most likely, depending on what they do with the other two, Dominguez and Jones and everything. Like, I'm not saying I wouldn't be interested all in Harrison Bader. I'll say Hayes 60, Bader 40.
Yeah. I could get on with that, but you know, you are right on how Hayes is the better solidified bat.
Bro, those numbers we were going over against lefties is the reason why I wanted Hayes, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have been mad at if they settled for Hayes and a Peralta if they didn't get that.
I could have, yeah, like I wouldn't have been I could, like I've been saying, like it would not have been the end of the Yankees world if they lost Bellinger. There was ways they could have figured it out, but like they wouldn't have got Peralta, obviously, so that's the only caveat to all this. But like, would the Mariners trade Luis Castillo? I feel like Castillo is one of Cashman's white whales. I wouldn't be shocked because I mean the Mariners rotation is pretty good. You know how they like to save the money sometimes. I mean, it's been mentioned before. His contract's not the best, though, and he is declining. That's my only pause.
Could the Yankees trade for JoJo Romero?
Honestly, yeah, why not?
I mean, they were going to. It was reported that they were interested in it earlier in the offseason. I remember that.
I wouldn't be shocked, honestly. The only issue is that he's not a hard thrower. They want someone that probably throws some gas. But They could use another lefty in there. I know Hedrick's pretty good. Like we mentioned, we both like Hedrick. Tim Hill's elite, obviously.
Yeah.
But if you had 3 lefties, then you'd be in a pretty good spot, honestly. I would not be against that move, though.
And also, Tim Hill's a lot more situational than a lot of the other pitchers.
That's true.
You put Tim Hill in to get a ground ball and get a double play and get out of an inning.
Right. Hedrick, he'll go like 1 or 2 plus maybe. Like JoJo could probably go 1 or 2 if you need it. Like, I think I'm trying to think what else would be there. I mean, Donovan doesn't make sense for the Yankees right now, unfortunately. Or actually, wait a minute. But they need righty bats is the only issue. But like you could play him in that super utility role if you wanted to, I guess. Well, they also have Caballero on as well, though. Like it would get kind of messy. So like I'd be surprised. I'm gonna give you a crazy one actually. What about Jordan Walker?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. He's been pretty bad for a long time. To make me feel like he's gonna bust, but he has so much talent.
Dude, like I thought he was gonna be the man. Like
I thought
was
he was
all
gonna
in
dominate the league.
I was all in too. Like I really was. Let me see. Someone brought up the trade. Wonder if they use a big prospect or 2 in the Donovan or JoJo deal. I just don't know where Donovan's fit is because like the Yankees need righties and they probably have to get rid of McMahon or Jazz to bring in Donovan. I think.
Yeah.
But let me make Jordan's case quickly. He got screwed in Arizona. I mean, he got screwed with the Cardinals, honestly. Like, he was hitting pretty well, and they sent him down quick.
Yeah.
And then they also had him going in between third and the outfield. And, he could be a change of scenery guy to me. I understand it's been awful, but he's still young, and, there's a reason why he was so highly touted. He's 23 years old. Like, it can't all just be gone.
You stay away from Walker, Nick says.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about bench flyer pieces, but, I'm not saying they need him to play all the time. This is like my late podcast spitballing ideas, just throwing stuff around now. Don't take me too seriously at this moment in time. Who do you think the Yankees will get for bench spots? Do you think they get a first base right? Well, I tried Jordan Walker. Didn't land so well, my buddy Nick. But I get it. He's been rough, but I don't.
Who are first base platoon ideas?
This is a good question because I've thought about this, but I can't find a good answer. I got the free agent class. I don't think is that good, but I will check again. I had it up before. And then the other thing is do you think I think the Mets actually made a smarter decision not chasing Bellinger and going for Robert, by the way. Even though Bellinger would have filled some needs and they could have used another lefty, I think they might end up better off with Robert.
Yeah, they definitely could, but Bellinger could definitely play.
He might have been good there, but he wouldn't have hit as well at Citi Field.
I think he would have hit a lot worse, but his defense would have been superb.
Okay, we do have one that could work. I'll give you one. Rhys Hoskins.
That could definitely work.
That might be the one.
He's at a point of his career where he's not going to really perform well when he plays 162 games, but he could definitely get you a home run in a pinch hit situation.
That's what I mean. And he's been in the playoffs. He's been battle tested. He had that huge bomb against
Atlanta. He didn't have a bad season last year.
I think didn't he have a big bomb against the Padres too, or a big hit against the Padres that year they made the World Series?
I want
to say yeah.
That was the 2022 season.
Christian Walker, LOL. We need to trade him. Yeah, the Yankees dodged a major bullet there. There was a report of interest. I would be stunned with that one. But
no way.
Yeah, the Astros have to eat a lot of money too to make that happen. But I was looking at some numbers for Hoskins. I wanted to see what he did that October. I know that Rhys is kind of not. He's had to battle some injuries too. I know he tore his ACL. But he actually might be the perfect guy. He hit 12 bombs last year in 90 games. Kind of what you said in the small sample size, 43 ribbies and a 748 OPS. I kind of want to see how he does against lefties, and that'll tell me my story. So Hoskins in 2022 had 6 bombs, 12 RBIs, and his OPS and other stuff weren't good, but he did still hit 6 homers, and
Yeah,
that
I
means
mean,
something to
I
me.
was about to say that I was about to say like you're gonna be shocked when I tell you these slash lines, but
Oh yeah, no, it's ugly.
it's
159,
very ugly.
435, 640, but those home runs were pretty big.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Suarez when he hit that big bomb against the Blue Jays and like was kind of struggling otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Suarez never really found his footing in Seattle.
not this time, no. I wonder if they'd still try to bring him back because like they could use another bat still. But I think Pittsburgh should sign him though. Honestly, that's the one that's been lined up for a while. I feel like
Yeah, I mean it's not going to be a long-term deal. It's not going to be a lot of money. I don't know why
the
they want.
Pirates need righty pop. It's sitting right there for them. Just sign the guy. You want? And they backed off Okamoto, so at least get Eugenio Suarez. I mean that's what I want.
Yankees should trade for Joe Ryan. I agree.
If they could, yes, absolutely. It will cost a lot, but it's worth it.
What's the most you're giving up for a Joe Ryan though?
You're looking at a Dax Kilby or a George Lombard. Like that's how much he's gonna cost. And then you're looking at an ERC or a Grande probably, and then like a third throw in, and like that's like semi decent maybe, or like on the fourth guy it's like a filler maybe, or maybe they would give like Jeffers or something else with it.
Yeah. That would be cool.
It would be a tough trade to make, but it would make him a lot better, obviously. I mean, Rhys Hoskins, I don't know, because, like, he didn't really do much. He actually was worse against lefties, but I got to see if that's a career thing or just this year thing.
From Nick, it comes down to money, but I could see Suarez as a fit for Yankees as first and third baseman. Booney likes to rotate and play matchups the way roster is currently constructed. He could rotate with Rice and McMahon.
Honestly, I wanted Suarez. I thought that would have been a good move to make. I would not be against it, but it might be clunky with McMahon. But I do understand Nick's thought process. I mean, you could shift Suarez to first, more full-timey, but like Rice will play against all the righties, obviously. No, yeah, against the righties, obviously. Yeah, Suarez does kill lefties. If you want a guy that kills lefties, let me tell you a story right now. You're gonna laugh at this. It's actually another story of a game I saw like live and in person, but it lines up here. So before I do that, I'm trying to get this Hoskins thing. He's actually better. He's normally much better against lefties in his career, like 100 OPS higher, but last year that wasn't the case. I don't know what happened. Gino was great with the D-backs. He had 49 homers still. He couldn't get that 50 piece. He hit 36 with Arizona, and he had 118 RBIs. Now for Suarez, like he was like 0 for 30 something. I pull up to Kansas City. He's like 0 for 30 something. He's facing Cole Rahens, and he's a lefty. And I didn't talk to him. I talked to him like after the game, and I was watching him take batting practice, and I noticed that he was like really focusing in more than like other players did, and he was taking his reps and he was going off to the side and talking to his hitting coach a lot. And then I was like, honestly, he's probably gonna hit a bomb tonight. And then of course he hits the bomb, and I was like, that's on brand.
That's
and
funny.
it was off Reagan's, who's a lefty, which is where the moral of the story came from.
Yankees country. Is there any players the Yankees could trade for that could lead off over Trent? I would rather have Brendan Donovan, but is there anyone else? Nico Horner.
Yeah, that's another issue too.
Nico
they don't have a
Horner.
leadoff hitter still, really.
Yes. I don't want Trent Grisham to lead off another
I don't
season.
either,
That was
especially
horrible.
after what took place in October last year.
Mm-hmm. You gotta have a solidified leadoff hitter that'll get you hits and get people on base. And I will say it over and over again, Nico Horner should be a Yankee.
You know, that would be your perfect leadoff guy. So let me ask you this. How are you making it work with him? who are you getting rid of? Are you dumping McMahon somehow to make corner a Yankee? And, like, what are you giving to the Cubs?
Realistically, we would not give up Anthony Volpe. That's just realistically.
Probably not.
But, you know, he's on a 1-year expiring contract as well. So, you know, I would give up a McMahon.
But the Cubs aren't going to want McMahon, I don't think. You think they would take him?
McMahon,
they just got
the
Bregman. That's not going to that's not going to happen. They just got Bregman.
Yeah. I mean, thinking about it, you would either have to overpay with contracts or overpay with prospects or have like a Jazz.
Yeah, you might have to take a shitty contract from the Cubs or something. Like, I don't even know. Like, oh, here's an interesting idea. This is going to sound crazy, but what about Jameson Tyone 2.0?
Jameson Tyone. That would be crazy. You know, I remember he went to the Cubs and then he went like 8 innings shutout against the Yankees.
Okay, yeah, I guess I was off on that. Nico Horner's trade value is only a 17, which I don't fully believe the Cubs will value him at a 17, but that's what it says on here.
I heard his trade price is aggressive.
If you did Jason Dominguez and Ben Hess, that would be aggressive. That was my proposal. And it would be a 28-17 for the Cubs. I bet you that would work.
I would 100% do that.
I was definitely right when I said. I was definitely right when I said that earlier today. That might be worth doing, honestly.
Because you really need a leadoff hitter in this lineup. You got a bunch of power bats.
Yeah, like it should be Jazz because they get on enough. Yeah, I mean, so.
It also works well with the righty lefty, because you could go Nico, then you could go like a Cody, then maybe a Judge. I don't know, because Judge isn't really you don't really have to worry about his reverse splits because
someone said Martian and Warren could have got it done for Peralta. I did think about.
What do you trade for Matt Shaw from the Cubs?
Yeah, but why would they do it? I mean,
righty third baseman, right?
Yeah, and Shaw's he struggled in his brief time.
Yeah, he
with the
did
Cubs,
struggle,
but it wasn't that much time up there. I don't mind Matt Shaw, but I mean the Cubs. What do you think it would? Wonder what it would take for him. I mean, I'm on the Cubs thing right now anyway, so I could just look. No, it's still a high value, so I don't know. It's a 40 for a guy that's not even going to be like a full-time player. Yeah, I don't think so. Unless if you got rid of McMahon and made him third baseman, maybe. I mean, you could. You would balance out the lineup. I still think Matt Shaw's pretty good. Like, I wouldn't completely give up on him. So, yeah, no, we're going to get it going, but... Let me see.
Almost 2 hours.
Yeah. Hopefully this helps our watch time. I think it should. And we have some people locked in, and I appreciate it. We knew it was going to be a crazy one once the Peralta wrench got thrown in. Like we were done right from there. Like there was no shot this was going to be short. So trying to think. Final thoughts or final questions, everyone. Let us hear them.
Yeah, let's do it. You know, Freddy Peralta's a Met.
Yeah,
the Mets are going to have Freddy Peralta as their number 1 starter going into next season. That's pretty exciting for Mets fans.
Yeah, no, Mets fans should be pretty happy. And I think their offseason went from a potential D to like an A- over the past month, honestly. I think it's an A- now after getting Freddy Peralta. It's been an excellent offseason. The only thing I question, like I said, is the Bichette, Simeon, Hull, and Polanco situation going on with the defense. But their offense is now pretty good. And their starting rotation is now semi-elite. So it has a lot of potential now. And they could do more trades still because they have excess starters and they have excess infielders and stuff. So the Mets offseason probably isn't even done yet, technically. But I would be pretty pumped too If I was in the Mets circles right now, that's a big trade. Like, that was excellent work from Stearns. Like, Stearns is 360ing it overnight. Like, he is really making it his vision, and Cohen's letting him do his thing and everything.
Yeah.
The only time I think Cohen was stepping in was to try to get Tucker, I think.
Where do you put the things to put up onto the screen? Because I got a Twitter. I got a tweet.
Oh, okay. If you go, like, to the right...
To overlay? Is it overlay?
You're close. No, actually, you could maybe do it that way if you want to, but what I do is I do images. Like, you go next to the plus sign where it says invite the guest, and you could add an image in.
Oh, okay.
Someone had a question. Let me try to get it. Do you think the Dodgers are a World Series lock next year? Unfortunately, how could I say no? Like, all this stuff that we're talking about barely even matters in the grand scheme of things, unfortunately, because the Dodgers are a freight train. The Dodgers are a wagon. The Dodgers are a machine. I don't think they have any weaknesses.
Hopefully this
It might be one of the best teams of all time, honestly.
Yeah,
That's what we're talking. That's what we're talking about.
There we go. Wait.
Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. So
additions and subtractions.
That's a good tweet. Good. Thanks for adding that.
Yeah.
All right. So now, since he brought up the Dodgers, how close do you think the Mets are to the Dodgers after doing all this stuff? And I still think the Dodgers are a lock, obviously, but who? All right, here's a more fun conversation. Who should the Dodgers be the most worried about? In the National
honestly,
League only.
A low-key pick, the Braves.
Yes, I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I don't mind that at all.
I think Strider could bounce back well. I think Schwellenbach is going to be a beast again. I
like Schwellenbach.
Yeah, I think Acuna is going to do well.
I like Smith-Schwarber too.
Yeah.
But he got banged up also.
Oh, who was that? Well, no, who am I missing? Hudson. What's his
name? Yeah, so like we go through this. It's Peralta, it's Bichette, it's Robert, it's Junior, it's Williams, Polanco, Weaver, Simeon, Myers, Garcia. Yeah, they've been busy. Alonso goes, Diaz, Nimmo, McNeil, Williams, Pro, Acuna, Tyler Rogers. I think I might even be missing a name. Can you even? Yeah, I am. Ryan Stanek, Ryan Helsley, and I can't see the other name, but
well, there's more chats. It's Stanek.
Okay. All right. You can get rid of the tweet, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Because, like, I saw a spot it was in. I didn't want to make... But it looked like it was in a different area. I didn't want to, like, risk doing anything there. Okay.
My friend Martin is spam calling me.
Oh, no. Does he know we're on right now? I should have sent him the thing.
I texted him that we were...
Oh, did he come in it? I don't
know.
He didn't come in it?
No.
But,
I told him we were on, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to hit him soon, but look at this. All right, I think the Yankees want to get Tiger Skubal next year off season. I don't know, because, like, the Dodgers and Mets are going to be so high, it's going to be tough for the Yankees to touch those waters, but I'm sure they're going to at least give it a go. I mean, you kind of have to, right? But I think you kind of agree with me. Like, you don't expect Skubal to be a Yankee, right?
No.
I think, but I'll give you my silver lining, though. I think the MLB should have trades that want to go up to the winter meetings, but don't think they will do that. That would be interesting. I know people have talked about trying to speed up the offseason and do a bunch of different things and have, like, certain periods for signings, but the issue is it kind of messes up the players, the contracts, and everything. Like, it's not like the other sports, really. But I did have a silver lining for my denial of Skubal, and I think I've told you this before. If I haven't, then here we go. It's because the Yankees are stacking the deck for Paul Skeens. They're not going to get Skubal because they're going for Skeens. They're going to make a serious run at Skeens because by the time he's a free agent, all their contracts are off the books except Fried. They'll have the money to do it. Even though it's going to be crazy, they'll still be able to, and it's freaking Paul Skeens, and I think he wants to be a Yankee as well. That's been floated already, and Libby Dunn lives in this area, and she definitely doesn't want him in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Like that's definitely not a secret. He doesn't want to be there because they stink.
Yeah.
Unless they could, I think they're going to be better this year, obviously, but it's not going to be enough to keep him there. I don't think because they're never going to spend enough to keep him there.
Oh no.
So like, here's the thing with that. I do think that Skeens, if my betting favorites will answer him, is the Yankees. But the Dodgers and Mets are going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe even
Paul
the Blue Jays.
Skeens is probably the best pitcher I've ever seen with my two own eyes.
Him and Schoolboy together are 1A and 1B right now. Skeens is ridiculous. So and he's
I don't
younger.
know, dude, because Paul Skeens is doing this out of his rookie year. This dude was in college 3 years ago.
He might be better because you look at the age difference.
Yeah.
He's going to have a better career long term. Maybe the Yankees can sign Freddy next year. I don't think so because I think the Mets will lock him up probably. But if they don't, then I'm sure they could. But think about it. Schoolboy is great, and the Yankees should do everything they could to get him. But play the long game. I normally don't like doing this, but for Paul Skeens, I'll play the long game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Yankees are going to make a serious run at him, and I think they're going to get him. The only thing is that there's only one issue with that, and then we will go because it's getting kind of crazy. But like I do, this is a fun conversation. So
it is.
The one thing I would say is that Skeens is just different, obviously, but the issue is you're gonna have to trade for him because the Pirates probably won't be dumb enough to let him go to free agency. So when does
really you think the Pirates will lock him up?
No. They won't lock him up. I think they're gonna I think that they're gonna have to trade him, obviously, at some point.
Mm-hmm. Oh no. Yeah, he definitely won't hit free agency. He won't last 5 years with the Pirates. I get what you're saying now.
So the question is, there's 4 years left now. Do they do it in 1 year? Do they do it in 2 years? Do they go all the way down? To me, like, they probably go 2 years is my guess. Because I think the price to acquire him is still too insane with 3 years. Like, now, if you want, there's not a trade that could be made to actually get him right now. Like, there's no realistic trade to get him with 4
There's
years
also
control.
no really reason to trade him because he's always gonna have his price. He's gonna be the most expensive person on the trade market whenever he's getting traded. 1 year left, 2 years left.
He's a 133.
Jesus Christ.
So if any Yankee fan says they should trade for him now, just don't even. I think it's the dumbest thing ever right now. If anyone says they should trade for him now, you can't even do it. Like, it's not even possible.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking about. I'm gonna just do this for shits now.
Unless it's like.
I'll make it fun. Watch. It's gonna be crippling, but I'll do it. It's gonna hurt, but all right. Ben Rice, you're going to Pittsburgh.
Can we just offer the ownership of Scranton Wilkes-Barre?
Probably. Cam Schlittler's going to Pittsburgh. Austin Wells, maybe. Actually, I don't know if they would do that, but maybe. Oh, you know what? They don't really have a catcher. He's going to Pittsburgh, too.
Don't they have Joey Bart?
Yeah, but I don't know about.
They also have
Will Warren's going to Pittsburgh. George Lombard's going to Pittsburgh.
They also have the greatest number 1 pick of all time.
Oh, no, I went too high. 176. So, all right, Wells can go out. All right, here's the deal. I did it. You could even put Dax Kilby in this and maybe mix it up a little bit, but here you go.
If the Yankees would put $5.85 on the table for Gallen, knowing DJ and money is coming off. DJ's money is coming off.
Yeah, we've talked about Gallen a little bit. The other problem with him is the draft pick. The Yankees hate giving up the draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be against Gallen at this point.
I wouldn't either. You
could probably get him in that opt-out deal too, actually. He also makes sense for the Tigers too, honestly. He makes sense for a lot of teams because he's definitely he didn't have a good year last year, so the opt-out contract makes a lot of sense for him.
Jesus Christ.
All right, we're gonna close down now, basically. But I can see Gallen getting a high AAV opt out, like 1 to 4 year structure. I don't think he's gonna get anything more than 4 at this point. All right, here it is. Here's the trade. We're gonna maximize it for dramatic effect.
Ben Rice, Cam Schlittler, Will Warren, and George Lombard for Paul Skeens. I don't think that'd get it done. That would definitely wouldn't get it done.
And that's a crazy price.
Yeah.
You'd probably have to. All right, if you throw in Dax Kilby, I think that pushes it across the finish line, probably.
Yeah.
I think that would do it. The only thing is they also have Connor Griffin, so I don't even think that makes sense.
That's
the other problem with this.
That's right.
I mean, you could put George at third, though, if you wanted to. You could put Griffin in short, George at third.
Throw in Jazz. Just throw in Jazz.
Actually, it does. You could do it because Brandon Lau's a free agent.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah, please.
See ya, please.
Yeah, so.
Just give up all of our future.
Yeah, I didn't even put ERC or Grade in this deal because, like, they have good value, but, like, it's not high enough for, like, the skiing situation I'm dealing with here. But, like, I'm sure they'd be required or inquired about, too. It'd probably take 6 players, honestly, if they did it right now. Yeah, this is my all right. I did the exercise so people should just know it's impossible right now. Like it's literally impossible.
All right.
So now we'll do my tags and we'll sign off. It's time to get going. All right. So thanks everyone that checked in. This was a very fun, adventurous, and interesting episode. Lots of twists and turns and surprises today.
Yeah.
Subscribe to me on YouTube. It's Julian Gallardi, the Julian Gallardi Show. Getting close to 500. Everyone counts. Let's get that push up. We're less than 10 now, so hopefully by this weekend. That would be great, or by Monday. So if you go on Twitter, it's Julian Gallardi 1, and it says Julian Gallardi 11. TikTok and Facebook is my name. So thanks everyone for the support. This was fun. However you checked in.
Yeah.
All right, that's the Bro and Jack. Lombard Stevens is better, so yeah, no. All right, if you want to give everyone your plugs, let them know.
Jared_Golds 23 on Twitter. That's it.
All right, let's do it, bro. So tomorrow I have an interview with a Bats guy, and then we'll have some other stuff next week probably. I guess all our live opportunities, like. At this point, we're basically going to have to plan them out unless something crazy happens. All the big names are gone now. There's literally nothing left.
We'll be live.
Well, no, there is. Well, okay, I lied a little bit. Valdez is sort of big.
Valdez.
And Gallen's big.
Gallen deserves his own.
Yeah, we could give Gallen his own. He was top 3 Cy Young, or was he second or third that year?
I think he was third. Let me check.
All right, yeah, no, it's okay. He was definitely top 3. Everyone could know he was top 3.
Yeah,
that's
he was
fine.
top 3. All right.
Valdez was definitely close too, I feel like.
Third that year.
Okay, cool.
And Valdez was 5th in 22.
Okay, yeah. I mean, no, those two deserve their lives. Like, the Pirate fans seem to like us, so if Suarez signs with the Pirates, we'll give them a live. And I like Suarez, so we'll give Suarez a live.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 big ones. And if there's like a ransom trade, we'll get some live. So, like, if the Yankees get Kopech or something, we could do that. Like, that'd be cool. So, I mean, yeah, we'll have a few opportunities, but it's going to be tough now. We're going to have to plan them and be more strategic, most likely.
Get some fun topics.
All right, well, thanks, everyone.